The playoffs are upon us, and it's Division II action. Valencia versus Notre Dame. Valencia, the Foothill League champions, versus Notre Dame, of course, the at-large bid from the competitive Mission League. Opening drive for Notre Dame. This is quarterback Noah Taylor, who fools me out on the camera, keeps it, goes left, but I tell you what, that might have been the only spark of the night for Notre Dame. They would quickly hand it over to Valencia and quarterback Aaron Thomas, who finds Brendan Adam on this opening drive. Then later over the middle, first he runs and scampers for a good 25-yard gain. Then he would drop back and find Tim Wiggins over the middle, and it would set up a Moises Haynes touchdown for about 2 or 3 yards. Valencia would take a 7-0 lead early over Notre Dame. There is some history between these two programs. Since 2004, 5 matches have been played. Valencia has lost 4 of them, but it would change tonight. On the ensuing possession, Mikel Broussard finds some daylight for Notre Dame to set up a field goal to cut the deficit 7-3 with a couple minutes left in the first quarter. Now Notre Dame would trick Valencia on this pooch kick on the kickoff and recover it. So momentum quickly swayed to the Knights' side, a pass in the flat, and it's Broussard just a couple plays later finds the end zone. So Notre Dame thinks they're off and running with the lead, but no, it would come back. A flag on the play. Holding was the call, so it would not count, and later Valencia would sniff it out and cause them to punt. The Vikings would then march down the field using who else? Yep, that's right, Moises Haynes would receive most of the workload on the ground tonight with Javon Wilson out, and it would set up a play action from Thomas to Joshua Daniel in the end zone 30 seconds before halftime, and that would be the score at halftime, 14-3. Just a couple plays into the second half, it was Thomas right over the middle to Zion Dunson, a 70-yard touchdown connection. I think Dunson just sat in the middle there, turned up field, and had nothing but green grass in front of him. Green turf, that is, of course. 21-3 early in the third quarter. Now Thomas to Kawan Glasgow. We'll hear more from Glasgow later. That would actually set up another Valencia touchdown. It would be 27-3. Now, Notre Dame thinks they can pounce on a Valencia mistake, a mishandled snap on the punt, but of course Notre Dame, just not having its night, would cough it back up in the red zone, only for who else? Yep, you got it, Aaron Thomas. Delivered his 4th touchdown of the night, and who else is it? Of course, it's Kawan Glasgow. I told you we'd hear from him later. Another touchdown, and that would be the ball game, basically. Early in the fourth quarter, the final score 34-3. Valencia moves on in the Division II CIF Southern Section playoffs.